What's going on, guys? Spartan Miller here, and welcome to episode 6 of season 2 in our Rebuilding Ferrari Motorsport Manager F1 2020 mod series. Okay, so welcome back. I have not played this game in about 4 days, so I'm so keen to get back into it. I pre-recorded a bunch of episodes, but we're back now. Obviously, we got Barcelona today. Our engine's done in 8 days, so it's going to be a pretty quick turnaround if we're going to get this engine's reliability up in time to use it for the race, but we'll give it our best shot. Car repair is complete. We're just working on the reliability of the suspension at the moment. Factory staff is now idle. We're going to work on the performance for, what do we need here at Barcelona? Acceleration. So if we work on the performance for the gearboxes, just till we get our engine, and then of course we'll switch our focus to that. Hopefully we could have a decent race here in Barcelona. I think we had a bit of a rough one from memory last time out. I believe we didn't, obviously we lost our podium streak, which is a bit disappointing if we have a look at Netherlands. We usually do well at this track as well. That's right, Bottas didn't pit, so it's been a while. I know it was just yesterday for you guys, but for me, it was a while ago. But yeah, Bottas didn't pit like we thought he was going to pit, which was a bit of a letdown, but it's fine. We'll try and bounce back here. We might not be able to get this engine done by the end of the race. By the start of the race, which is a bit disappointing by the looks of it. But we're going to just chuck it on anyway, just because we need to have a good engine for Barcelona. It's useful. So we'll put it on and we'll just monitor it during the race. But if you have a look here, we're looking pretty good. Top speed, we're the top. Acceleration, again, it's just the gearbox is a bit of a letdown. So should we make another gearbox? I think that might be a good idea. All these are risk level except for this one. It gets rid of a risk level. We could probably do that, and let's chuck in a build time takeaway 1 day. Will that be better than what we already got, or will it be the same? It'll pretty much be the same. You know what, there's no point building another gearbox. Let's design something small. Let's design... Ooh, let's try and get the front wing back. Try and win that back over Red Bull or whoever took it from us. Mercedes, Red Bull, one of them. Because, of course, we had that best on grid a while ago. But let's have a look at how good this engine's going to be. I'm hoping at least low 70s. Oh, high 70s. That's exactly what we want. That engine will be fine for the race. So we, of course, best engine on grid there. And Charles finally has a decent engine in the car, so he's got no excuses now. Look at this upgrade for Charles. 101 in performance. Of course, we gave the new engine to Ricardo. We've already went over it. He is the #1 driver in the team. That's just how it is. But I will see you for qualifying. Okay, welcome to qualifying. Practice was okay. Got a couple tweaks to do with the setup. Couldn't quite hit it in practice. Just mostly the bottom two. Downforce were alright. Look, it's 97. Do we really have to tweak it? Probably not. So we'll just leave it. 97's fine. I'm not going to go around tweaking because I sort of can't be bothered. But going to be an all dry Q1. 97's good enough in my book anyway. And go on the old super softs. You know how it is. We can't really leave it on good with the speed balance. We'll make a small tweak with the speed balance. I think great and perfect is fine. So send him out there. Take qualifying. Hopefully we'll just breeze through Q1. Make a couple changes with the setups. Give him a bit of time. Send out Charles. So good to finally be playing this game again. I went away for like 3 days. One day more than I thought. Luckily I had a backup video because got to keep up that upload grind. But got sunburnt all hell. So sitting here in pain. But you know what? It's my own fault. Sort of. I did put sunscreen on, believe it or not. But yeah. Anyway, enough chatting real life stuff. Back in the game here. Ricardo P3, that is good. Less than half a second behind Mercedes. That is what we like to see. Let's have a look at the setup. Do we have to make any more adjustments? 96, I think that's pretty good. I don't think we're going to mess with it too much. 96, 97, great job. Who's on an outlet? Let's go on board Gasly here, just have a little look. In the AlphaTauri, that is quite slow. I think the AlphaTauri should be a bit faster than that, but in this season and a sort of a half, we haven't seen the AlphaTauri that much pace. Usually a Q2 exit for them. Q1's never really on the cards, a Q1 exit, but this is a team that always goes out in Q1, the Haas team. And Magnussen starts his flying lap. He'll be hoping he can get a decent lap in. Already 7/10 off the pace, and another second he lost in the second sector, but it's enough to get him through, so congratulations to him. And AlphaTauri do have one go out in Q1, so just as I was saying that they usually are a staple in Q2, They go in Q1. It's the commentator's curse. It's definitely the commentator's curse there. Anyway, straight into Q2 here. Obviously, going to have to use a fresh set of tyres because we will be stuck on them in the race. But it will rain in this session, so we're not going out. You know the drill. Not going out. We'll jump on board someone on an outlap though. Get the time going a little bit. Valtteri Bottas. I love the spray in this game. It looks so good. The graphics, just beautiful. And that Merc, that black livery Merc, one of the best liveries out there, probably. So we'll probably send him out about 2:33 minutes, just to be safe. But in the meantime, there's probably some. You could probably go out on slicks. Yeah, they go out slicks now. You'll be right, but we want to try and maximize track grip because we're only going to have one go at this, so we may as well make it. Put them in their best optimal conditions. Alright, don't worry lads, I got you covered, We're sending out Leclerc first. Oh, you know what, we'll send out Ricciardo first. Because I feel like it's an advantage to go out later, so we want to be very nice and fair here. So send out Ricciardo, and then 2:30 we'll send out Charles. Try a choice, there we go. At your bot mate, hopefully you make it across the line, you should, if you don't it's your own fault. We sent you out with a whole minute to spare, but minutes to go on the session here, just a quick Q2 run. Only got one shot, hopefully you get it through. Vettel's 11 seconds off the pace, that's because he's probably set a wet lap time, and Leclerc will come through across the line, go up to P3. We've bet both Mercedes. Hamilton's out in Q2, along with Sebastian Vettel, Romain Grosjean, Gasly and Magnussen. Both Haas made it through, unfortunately. Unpredictable, you know. That's an upset. Both Haas are making a Q1, but that's a bigger upset. Hamilton going out in Q2. That is what we like to see. We could be on for a decent race here, lads. Q3 we go. Hopefully we could challenge Verstappen for that pole, but you know we're asking for a lot there. But it's going to be another wet session, so that's a chance. It's there. We're going to watch Sainz go out in his outlap here. The only sole McLaren. I can't believe that. One Mercedes made it through. Valtteri Bottas, who's just going out in his lap now, he's on the softs. He's going to bloody hit a wall. If you could crash qualifying, you'd hit a wall on those softs. It is not safe to be out here pushing as hard as you can on the softs. I can tell you that now. But we're going to do the exact same thing. Go out about 2:30. We're going to push it back 30 seconds because Leclerc had heaps of time to cross that line, and we want to maximize track grip to get the fastest possible time. So we'll go out 2:32 minutes. Almost there. Come on. Both Renaults out in track, so they might struggle to make it back to the pit and get out again. They're on the outlaps, yeah, so yeah, not very good strategists, but we'll send them out now. We'll send out Leclerc this time. Give Ricciardo the second slot. Send him out at 2. I sort of lost my bearings there, but they'll still make it across the line there easily. Alonso goes at 1:28. That's not bad, but we're gonna beat it. I know we will. Only get one run at this, lads. Make it your best shot. I sent them both on fresh tyres, yeah? Yep, I did. Alright, come on. Verstappen's gone purple in all sectors. That's not what you like to see, but Leclerc goes second. Ricciardo goes third. There you go. So Leclerc actually out-qualifies Ricciardo. Congratulations to him. And we're faster than the Bottas than the Mercedes of Bottas for the second session in a row. Alex Albon's nowhere to be seen. Alonso just behind as well, which is a bit scary. But hopefully we have a good start. Jump Verstappen, and then we can, if we can both get past Verstappen, we could win this race, lads. That's all I'm saying. So Ricciardo has got the dodgy engine. So I kind of want to put on car condition, but I think the engine will be fine. 77 is not that bad of an engine, but let's just be safe. We want to finish this race. Don't we? And you're not on the super softs the whole time, so that's fine. We'll take the hit. Leclerc's starting in front anyway. He can be our main driver today. But Ricciardo will still be fast, even without that 15%. I don't even check the weather. It's fine. It's dry all the way. So Charles Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo. Good start, lads. Yes, that's beautiful. Leclerc straight away. And then, yes, that's exactly what we wanted to do. Jump Verstappen at the line, and we're off here. Don't fight, boys. Don't fight. Just go. As tyres, watching the tyre heating up. Chuck it in 12 times for a bit. And the tyres are heating up very quickly in Barcelona here. Keep the engine going. And our two boys are running away with this. Kerr's on and everything. We're going to jump on board Ricciardo just because he's in the action. Leclerc's up front. But yeah, look, no one's within meters of Ricciardo. Oh, well, you know, a second gap. But it's a great start to this race, and we could be on here for a very good race if things stay the way they are. We're going to turn down the engines now. look to try and keep the tyres in temp and get a good gap to the car behind. I think that's obviously the mission. Big gap between the boys already. 2.5 seconds between Leclerc and Ricciardo. See, Leclerc, now that he's got that engine in the car, he's a second threat. So he's going to really help us in our push to the title this season. Because let's be real, if we can get some race wins here and there, we've already got 2. If we can get another one, we're well within this title race. Well within. Especially with Leclerc fighting now as well. We've got 2 threats on the track. So hopefully we can get a win here and we'll be right in our way. A 1-2, we could go back top of the championship. Merc has still got a bit of a lead, but we'll be well in front of Red Bull, which would be great because Alex Albon's not really up there fighting anyway. But when are we looking at pitting? So 47 laps. Hopefully we can get this to at least about 45 seconds to go. Hopefully. But we'll see. We'll play it by ear. But we're doing pretty well here. Obviously still on 1-2. Verstappen behind now. It's not Alex. I think it was... Pretty sure it was Alex before. Oh, it doesn't matter now. It's Verstappen now. So hopefully we can keep him behind. That Red Bull is pretty quick though. But we've got so much fuel, so we can fight him if he gets close. We're just going to chuck it in an overtake to try and get away from him. Engine's fine, 75 and 95. All our parts are fine reliability-wise. We don't really have to worry about any parts breaking unless we do some damage to them. But tyres are in a good zone right now. It's pretty easy to keep them in zone now because it's just conserve and neutral. We're looking after our tyres much better than Verstappen. Verstappen might be forced into a 2-stop here, which would be very good for us because we're going for the 1-stop. 2-stop is obviously an option if we want it. And now Ricciardo's starting to get up to Leclerc. Oh no, he wasn't. It looked like he was, but he's still 3 seconds behind, so it's fine. Leclerc is fast today. Got to give it to the Monegascan. And is that the word? I don't know. Safety car's out. Who crashed? Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton has had a shocking weekend, but we'll take that any day of the week. And I think we were forced into a 2-stop here. We've been forced into a 2-stop. That's fine. We're going to go save and recharge battery. So we're going to go on another set of super softs just because it's a free pit stop and I don't think we'll make it on the softs. But that's fine. We'll make it work. Obviously coming in for a free pit stop, you'd be silly not to. Save the resources. Hopefully we can get the same sort of launch off. Double stack is going to work beautifully. I think so. I don't know. I sped up. You already pitted, mate. And we come out. Oh, they're going for the 1-stop. They won't make it. I can guarantee you they will struggle to make it to the end on the 1-stop. And we're going to look to try and save some fuel to be fighting as soon as that safety car goes back in the garage. They will struggle to make it to the end. So I'm hoping that we don't have another situation like our last race where we're relying on the car in front or behind to pit and they don't. But I'd be very impressed if they can get those tyres at the end of the race. That's all I'm saying. Alright, stop. Did I miss the jump? Not really. I'm pretty early here. Attack, attack, attack. We're on the softer tyres. Come on, boys. Don't attack each other. No, don't be silly, lads. Don't be silly. We need a good exit here. I was going to zoom up a little bit. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Keep pushing, lads. Keep pushing. Keep Verstappen behind. Verstappen's under pressure from Alonso. And it looks like we could have got a good exit there. And now we're going to conserve because the tyres are reaching high temps already. But it's a good start. It's not a bad start. It's not a great start. It's a decent start. But, well, you know, start after restart. I should say restart. But Verstappen's all over the back of Ricciardo now. But we've got fuel to burn, son. So he's just going to try and use as much fuel as possible. We can't really go too heavy on the tyres, obviously, because overheating. But we can try our hardest here. Verstappen just won't go away. Bottas is 2 seconds down the road. Hopefully Ricciardo can keep Verstappen behind, but it's going to be quite the effort, I think. As we 44 laps in this race to go. I really hope he doesn't make it to the end of that tyre, but there's every chance that he does, just because it's the AI, you know what I mean. But we're going to conserve, tell Leclerc to chill out in the engine a little bit. You know, you got time to burn, so. Well, no one has time to burn, but you know what I mean. You've got quite the healthy gap. We're going to just have an overtake anyway. Because if Verstappen does get past Ricciardo, we want Leclerc to be well down the road. That's the advantage of having 2 cars in the top 2. You can hold up the car behind, and even if they do overtake, the other car that's in the lead is just gone. If you followed that, I'm proud of you. But it made sense in my head. But listening to me saying it, yeah, it sort of just sounds like a tangent. But 28 laps. This is a massive race. It feels like we've been racing for ages already, and there's still a long time to go. But we're in a very healthy position. Verstappen's fallen off of Ricciardo there. He probably knows that he's got to get those tyres to the end. He's got to calm down a little bit on him. But we're in a good spot here, a really good spot. I'm going to tell Leclerc to chill out on the engine a little bit, cool down on the tyres. Ricciardo can push a bit on the tyres, get him up to temp. And Leclerc is in a world of his own, 5 seconds in front of his teammate. That's what we like. I don't care who wins the races, as long as someone wins the race. Because we are now within a shot at fighting for this title if we can stay here. Of course, Hamilton crashed out. So this is a massive chance to get some ground on Mercedes, who I thought were going to be uncatchable this season. But the Red Bulls are putting up quite the fight to the Mercs this season. So it could be a three-way battle, which would be amazing. But when you look on the championship, it's basically by Red Bull, I mean Verstappen. And I thought we had a big gap then on the Red Bulls. I don't know why I saw, maybe before the pits, I don't know. But we're well within this fight. We'll jump on this race if we keep this result. But that's a big if. Obviously, we're going to look to pit soon because we do have another pit stop to do in this race. We still really need Verstappen to pit. That's a problem. We're going to go into the softs eventually. We're going to ask, we're going to get Leclerc the first pit stop. We're going to go on board him for a bit. Push on those tyres and pit now. Go on the softs. We can actually just fix all these parts for free, can't we? I'm playing Motorsport Manager 3 on the phone as well, while I was away. And yeah, it's a different ball game really. But Leclerc's going to come in. Hopefully we get a mistake-free pit stop. Pit stop done. Out your bot, Leclerc. Beautifully done. And he comes out right behind Verstappen. That's exactly what we want. But also right behind Ricciardo, which is a bit strange. But we'll look past that. And we're going to fix everything. Chuck 25%. And there we go. We're going to go on board Leclerc, who gets past Verstappen ASAP. So he takes back the lead of this race, which is exactly what we want. But we've got to watch Ricciardo here, who's going to pit. He's going to create no problem for Leclerc. He's hopefully going to come back behind somewhat decent gap to Verstappen, but he won't. Verstappen's a while up the road now, but his tyres aren't looking great. Alonso will split us as well, which is a bit frustrating. I don't know where the hell he came from. But Alonso always seems to be there in the worst possible time. And Bottas as well. So Ricciardo didn't quite get as smooth of the pit stop, but we'll deal with it, I guess. And we're still fighting with bloody Verstappen here. But Verstappen has got no tyres left, surely. He's got half. He might not have to pit, we don't know. We don't know, but I thought he would have at the time. But he's actually managed those tyres pretty well. But we do have the tyres on him. And we get past Bottas there, but I'm watching Leclerc because he's in front. But yes, we get past Bottas, which is beautiful from Ricciardo, and he's pulling away. So hopefully he can jump Alonso in a pretty easy fashion. We got absolute fuel to burn, so hopefully we can use that to our advantage. All the parts are bloody beautiful. In such a good zone. Verstappen's 3 seconds down the road, so he's sort of pulled away really quickly. I don't know why how he's done that, but he's done it. Fair play to the lad. Hopefully he got another pit stop in him, but come on. These tyres will be fine for us. We're battling with Alonso. We should probably jump on board that. Danny Rick on board. It's clicked off him again. Good one. He's sort of running out of fuel, excess fuel. We'll tell him to go high. And I'm going to tell him to conserve. He's going medium. Just chill out a bit. So Verstappen's probably got about 40%. And as soon as they hit 30%, they start going off a cliff. And there's still 19 laps to go. So I'd put money on him pitting. Or him losing an extraordinary amount of time. So either way, it's a win-win. I mean, they're sort of the same thing, aren't they? Pitting and losing an extraordinary amount of time. But we're doing alright. We're doing alright. We're hanging in there. We're on for at least a podium at the moment because Alonso won't get Leclerc. So we're on for a pretty good spot anyway. But it would be great if we can get the race win. And Charles gets his first win, surely, of this career mode. So that would be beautiful. But right now, racing along, not long to go now. It's going to be clutch. Hopefully Verstappen comes in. What's his tyres on? He's on 36%. Nah, he's going to have to pit. Surely. I'm begging. I'm just telling the game that he has to pit. Hopefully Alonso does too. I think Alonso's got 34. So yeah, he's not in a good spot either. But Verstappen, they're on the same. So it's fine. Bottas, what's he on? Like 34 as well? 32. So they are all struggling with tyre wear. We're on 70, so we should be fine. No, I'm still following on board Bottas, which is not what we want to do. Where is he? He's down the road. Come on, Leclerc. You got to push. Push nice and hard. Tell him to go overtake again. Use those engines, those brand new top of the grid engines, to full use. They're still fine. I'll make it to the end of this race easily. And Leclerc goes first. What happened there? Verstappen pitted. Okay. Beautiful. Well, that was easy. So it looks like Ricciardo won't be able to get past Verstappen. That was a very quick pit stop. I completely missed that. But Alonso pitted there. I didn't miss that one. And Ricciardo goes in a third. And this is a beautiful spot right now. But Verstappen is fighting Leclerc already. That was absolutely bollocks. What the... And Verstappen's going to fight Leclerc. How quick was this pit stop? How on earth? Okay, fair play. Okay, well, we're not going to win this race now because Verstappen's boxed, come out fresh tyres, and still overtaking Leclerc. Oh no, that safety car on the start was a nightmare for us. We had such a good gap. Oh no, we're back past Verstappen. What is going on here? I don't know, but we're just going to keep going. Verstappen's made a mistake or something because he's just... I don't know. Whatever. But he's closing the gap pretty quickly. Hopefully we can hang on for this win, but it's going to be a bloody tight battle because now we're on the older tyres. Verstappen all over the back of Leclerc. I'm going to go into overtake mode. We've got overtake mode to burn here. Alonso is way behind Ricciardo, but we'll tell him to try and close the gap. Oh, and he's hit the AlphaTauri there. Come on, bit of front wing damage, it'll alright. But with 3 laps to go, Leclerc will hang on. We'll have to do a good job here to hang on. Ricciardo goes fastest lap, that's what we like. Sets fastest third sector. Must have been a fast third sector. First 2 sectors were white. Didn't even improve his own time there. But what's going on here? Verstappen says he's 1 second away, but he doesn't look 1 second away. And the second last lap here, Leclerc might just hold on. It would be an absolutely beautiful drive if he does hold on. I don't know how on earth he's held on. I thought after that pit stop he was going to get done completely. We're going to tell him to push his head off. Absolutely push, mate. Keep Verstappen behind us. But it's looking like Leclerc is going to come through to win his first race of our career mode. Beautifully done. The brand new engine, well, Ricciardo's engine, is going to come across the last corner to win the Spanish Grand Prix here in Barcelona. Charles Leclerc, play the Monegascan anthem. There it is. Couldn't have done it without us. You're damn right, son. And we jump Red Bull in the team standings, and we're 3 points in front of them. And Ricciardo gets a podium. His streak starts again, and we're only 17 points off Mercedes. Beautifully done, lads. That is the race we needed after last time out. Hamilton had a shocker. Mercedes were nowhere to be seen this weekend. Didn't have the pace. Alonso finished in front of Bottas. Beautifully done, lads. That's what we like. Oof, that was intense. I have no idea how we get Max Verstappen behind us with Charles, but Charles drove beautifully today. I still don't know really what happened. I think he made a mistake when he got past Charles, but I couldn't tell you. I'm just as confused as you are. I'm sort of just waiting for a car to finish here, apparently. So, Sebastian Vettel by the looks of it. Beautifully done, Charles. Winner. Ferrari's 3rd race win of the season. And how many podiums is that now? Too many to count. I think 6, because we missed one, but we've got 2 today. So 6 podiums, 3 race wins. Beautifully done. Obviously, 3 of those podiums were the race winners. So. Look at that. 2 seconds to Verstappen. Fastest lap Charles as well. So that's how he won, obviously. Setting a fastest lap in the last couple of laps because Ricciardo only just set it, like second last lap. Beautiful. Daniel Ricciardo goes back to the top of the championship, but Lewis and Max are equal in points below. What a season. Leclerc jumps Alonso, which is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, it's just great. This is going to be such a good fight this year. We've got so many parts. We've got the front wing coming in. We're going to be able to build the rear wing. Pretty much everything but the gearbox because we're done with the engine's best on grid. Engine's the most complex part. We're going to be able to just shoot out upgrades constantly of the other parts. Obviously, the gearbox will still let us down a little bit, but we'll try and work around it because gearboxes take a decent amount of time to work on as well. But that is today's race. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was nail-biting at times. I can't believe we won that, to be honest. I hate to be negative Nancy, but I thought Verstappen had the pace. Accept interview. Simple question. Yeah, You have to answer. I will say Leclerc because he won. I can't just say Ricardo if Leclerc just won. Leclerc had a really good race, and Hamilton won't admit he's made a mistake there in true Formula One fashion. But front wing's done in 2 days. We got Monaco next, which is pretty funny. Hopefully Charles can win his home race. That would be great for the lad. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I certainly have. Leave a like if you did. Leave a like if you're enjoying the series. And subscribe if you're not already. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for the Monaco GP.